Hi, I'm Michelle D'Allard, and welcome to another episode on the Art of Beautiful Skin. Today we're going to talk about free radicals. And we very frequently talk about free radicals, and we talk about the effects that free radicals have on the health and the condition of the skin. So today I have here with me Jesse Leverett, and Jesse is actually an Artistry Senior Research Scientist. Jesse, welcome.
Thanks, Michelle.
Thanks for being here with us.
Yeah, no problem. So, talking about free radicals. In its basic element, a free radical is a particle that has too much energy. Now, the first thing we want to do is probably understand where these free radicals come from before we dive right into the biology of the skin. Since they're charged particles, they have too much energy. That energy can come from some things in the environment that have a lot of energy. And you could probably name one of those.
The sun.
The sun.
Absolutely.
The sun is a big one. Pollution, around us, it's everywhere. Even things like cigarette smoke can impart that extra energy. And so then when we get those energized particles, those free radicals, they can attack the skin.
Okay.
Now, another way to think about a free radical, and this is something that we need to kind of understand, is a free radical also ties into this whole thing that we've been taught about damage, to different things like, let's say, this apple, for instance. But you can see it's all brown and starting to deteriorate.
Okay.
We would call that oxidation.
Okay.
So these free radicals cause this reaction called oxidation, and that's something that can also occur to our skin.
Okay. Now, in this particular case, this is an example of that basic, everyday, common exposure to free radicals.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, as you can imagine, if this happens, we cut the apple and we put it out there just from the environment around us, the oxidation's taking place from these free radicals fairly rapidly.
Right.
You can imagine that, long term, our skin is, taking on a lot of this damage.
Right, right. And then, so you also have an apple that wasn't exposed or hasn't been cut open for very long, and look at the difference.
Yeah, this one looks a lot better. But I'll go one step further. On this one, it's not as simple as I cut it.
Right.
I also did a trick that I'll put you into. I put a little bit of some artistry product on there.
Oh, yeah, of course you did.
Yeah. Can you imagine why I would do that?
Well, which leads us right into the next thing, is that we know that free radicals have a huge impact on our environment and directly on our skin.
Right.
So we also very frequently talk about the necessity to use quality skincare products that have ingredients in them specifically designed to prevent this from happening to our skin.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about those?
Right. So if you were to picture this as skin, let's say, and this damage is occurring, this oxidation is happening because of the free radicals over a lifetime, that's going to show itself, down the road. Maybe not, right away when you're, in your teens or 20s. Right. But you can be sure one day you're going to wake up and you're going to look in the mirror and you're going to say, what is that?
Right.
It's a wrinkle.
Right.
It's a wrinkle. It's a brown spot on my skin. Oh my goodness, what happened?
Right.
The root cause of that really, a lot of people will say is that oxidation that's occurred to the tissue in the skin.
Yep.
And it caused damage to the collagen and elastin and even your DNA. It broke that down.
Yep.
Now I keep mentioning that word oxidation.
Right.
It's kind of part of it. So you can imagine what the ingredients are that artistry would use to counter those things.
Antioxidant.
An antioxidant, that's right. So when we put those antioxidants into our products, they help slow that reaction down. And they help to prevent some of that premature aging that occurs from, the sun and the pollution, and even from the intrinsic signs.
Right, right. So we know what free radicals are. We know the huge impact that they have on not only aging of the skin, but on the basic overall health and condition of the skin, and the huge importance of using quality skincare products that are packed with antioxidant ingredients.
Yes.
And we also know that artistry products have a comprehensive, exclusive approach to antioxidants.
Right, and that's important to point out because not all free radicals are the same.
Okay, Jesse, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
I'm Michelle D'Allard, and thanks for joining me on another episode of The Art of Beautiful Skin.